Chairman Sculthorpe, members of the Board of Trustees, Congressman Holt, distinguished guests, University Cabinet, esteemed faculty, parents and family members, and especially the class of 2014. Welcome to our 84th commencement ceremony. Will you please stand for the singing of our national anthem by Monmouth University Chamber Singers? After which the convocation will be delivered by Reverend Scott Brown of the Colts Neck Reformed Church.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And I invite you to join with me in prayer. O God, we gather in gratitude. We are indeed thankful for manifold matters and a plethora of reasons. We are grateful for the grace of your presence, for the traditions of commencement that ground us, for this university and its place and purposes. And on this day, we are primarily grateful for our graduates and their families. What an occasion of joy and pride. I lift up prayers of thanksgiving for all who make Monmouth University a luminous beacon of higher education, for its president, Dr. Brown, for the Board of Trustees, for the able administrators and staff members, for a dedicated faculty who have been professors of knowledge, mentors to many, and an inspiration for all. Yes, thank you, O Lord. We do not exist as solo agents. No person is an island entire of itself. Therefore, mindful of the many people who have nurtured our graduates, we pause now, offering silent words of thanks for parents, for family, and friends. And, O Creator God, you who gives us a planet to enjoy and steward, you who loves all people of this world, I offer particular prayers for Congressman Rush Holt. Endow him with wisdom and guide him as a leader with both conviction and compassion. Thus, for this day and this grand occasion, may your blessings surround and sustain us all. Bless this day, bless our graduates. In your gracious name I pray, O Lord. Amen.
Please be seated. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. First, let me tell you how proud I am of you as a class. But I want to note that every class is unique. You share many experiences, but I recognize that every class is comprised of many individuals, and each of you has made a unique journey to this ceremony. And it's this afternoon we are here to celebrate your individual and collective accomplishments as the 2014 graduates of Monmouth University. All of your hours of worry and study and sacrifice have brought you here today. So I ask that all the members of this gathering help give our shared ceremony all the dignity it deserves, and allow every graduate, every family member to reflect on and enjoy the wonderful accomplishments we celebrate today. To our graduating students, as you begin your life after Monmouth, I ask you to think about and do three things for me. First, remember your professors who have shared their scholarship and teaching with you to spark your own individual and intellectual passions. Second, reflect on your peers gathered with you today. Many of them will be lifelong friends. The milestones that come later in your life, both good and not so good, will be enriched by the relationships you have made at Monmouth. And third, my third request, it's a very personal request. Be extremely competitive. Do your best. Succeed in whatever path you choose, whether it is your professional career or advancing your education. And please remember to share your accomplishments and success with your alma mater. You are our very best ambassadors, and all of us, your professors, and the many individuals who keep things running here are so very proud of your success. Thank you very much. To my esteemed faculty, colleagues, you have, through your scholarship and your teaching, helped transform the young men and women here today who are soon to become proud graduates of Monmouth University. I will ask that the faculty will rise, and with the audience, please join me in honoring this core, the very core of Monmouth University. Please, faculty. One privilege of a commencement ceremony is the opportunity to acknowledge outstanding contributions by the faculty to the university. Many are here today to be honored, but each year one of our professors, or both teachers and scholars, is selected for special recognition as the Distinguished Teacher of the Year. There may be no greater responsibility for a university than the cultivation and cultivating teacher scholars who make a profound difference in the lives of our students. Please join me in congratulating Dr. James Mack, Professor of Biology, as the 2014 recipient of the Monmouth University Distinguished Teacher Award. Dr. Mack, will you please stand? Please also join me in wishing farewell to 4 of our retiring faculty members. Dr. Kusaka, Associate Professor in Computer Science and Software Engineering, who has been with Monmouth since 1986, 28 years. Dr. Malakarjan, Professor, Chemistry, Medical Technology and Physics, who has been with Monmouth since 1967, 47 years. Dr. Mitchell, a Freed Professor of Social Sciences, has been a member since 1968, 46 years. And Dr. Normandia, Associate Professor of Curriculum Instruction at Monmouth, member since 2000, a total of 14 years. And I must also thank the families the parents, the grandparents, the brothers, the sisters, the spouses, the partners, the children, so many who have worked so hard for the scholarship you so unselfishly and so generously supported our students. Thank you very much. And now, it's my privilege to present to you Robert B. Sculthorpe, the class of 1963, who's the chair of the Monmouth University Board of Trustees.
Thank you, President Brown. Members of the class of 2014, distinguished guests, platform party, family members, friends, faculty, staff, administrators, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of Monmouth University, it is my privilege and pleasure to welcome you all here today. A day of great significance for you, our graduates, but also for those of us who are closely involved with the university. While we celebrate and focus on the achievements of our graduates, it is also a time that we commemorate the mission of the university. For you, our graduates, are the reason we do what we do. Today, we mark a singular event. It is the first time the 8th president of Monmouth University, Dr. Paul R. Brown, is presiding over a May commencement. I trust that many of you have had an opportunity to interact with President Brown around campus. His focus on students and faculty and staff who serve our students is readily apparent. Since joining us last August, he has earned our trust and respect of the university community and has impressed all of us with his talents. Welcome to your first spring commencement, President Brown. Today, our master's degree recipients have attained another level of expertise as professionals in your chosen fields. You have benefited, recognized the value of education and the positive benefits it has on your chosen profession and your life. You, our bachelor degree recipients, many of whom arrived at Monmouth as wide-eyed undergraduates, were determined to make the most of the time ahead of you. And in your time at Monmouth, you have matured and learned the significance of hard work and discipline as you have prepared yourselves for life. Some of our graduates have come to us from the military, having lived through experiences and sacrifices that the rest of us can't even imagine. You too have found a place of opportunity and potential at Monmouth as you prepare for the future. No matter where you were in life when you arrived at Monmouth, you have grown and developed personally, and because of you, your presence and your contributions, Monmouth has also progressed and changed. You have left your mark in the classrooms, the labs, your clubs and organizations, in your sports and co-curricular activities. I was curious about what the memories of Monmouth undergraduates may be taking away with them, and was fortunate that someone volunteered to help me. We came up with the following. Enjoying all those snowy days during the winter of 2014, certainly one for the record books. Realizing that senioritis is a very real malaise. How much everyone loved the new Jersey Mikes in the Student Center. Saying goodbye to President Gaffney and welcoming President Brown. Your endurance, fortitude, and active response to Superstorm Sandy. Jack's on Tuesdays, Porta on Fridays, and of course, the beach. You will also remember all the buildings and construction projects, and lastly, the dreaded P word, parking, an issue that virtually every college campus grapples with. I want to thank Louis Gabarini, Vice President of the Student Activities Board, for gathering the memories of the class of 2014. You all have much to be proud of today. You have enriched us by your presence, and each of you is now a link in the long unbroken chain of alumni who have gone before you. We wish you success and fulfillment as you set out to realize your full potential and utilize the talents you have developed at Monmouth. While we are saying goodbye to you today, remember that you will always be part of the Monmouth family, and we hope that you'll return often to be involved with Alma Mater. Good luck to you all. We will miss you until we meet again. And remember, you are hawks. Now go out, spread your wings, and soar. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Sculthorpe. Here now to bring greetings on behalf of his classmates is Joe DeLira, representing the graduating class of 2014 as class president.
My mom wanted a picture. President Brown, trustees, faculty, staff, honored guests, parents, and graduates. My name is Joe DeLira, and I'm the president of the class of 2014. I'm honored and humbled to be addressing you on behalf of my class. First and foremost, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to my fellow classmates for the excellent job you have all done at Monmouth University, and I wish you all the best with your future endeavors. This is a momentous day in our lives. Graduation is the finale of years of education and hard work, numerous social excesses, and dining hall food. And through these experiences and adventures, we have all learned much and grown as individuals. However, as we stand here before you this afternoon as the 2014 graduating class of Monmouth University, we are on the precipice of yet another journey, and we are not yet the men and women we must strive to be. Later on in the ceremony, we will walk across this stage, shake hands with dignitaries, and receive the diploma that we worked so hard to earn. But what is a diploma? To some of us, it is a lifelong goal. To others, it is a stepping stone to another level of education, while to others, it is the gateway to fulfilling dreams of a better life. But regardless of what this diploma means to you, do not let it just be another achievement that's hung on the wall. My father said to me that a person with all the wealth, degrees, and education in the world would amount to nothing if they were unable to temper their knowledge with love, kindness, and compassion for others. He taught me to live by the golden rule. We live in a day and age that recognizes people for even the most minor achievements in life. And many individuals seek the recognition and praise of their peers above all else. However, if we follow a path that puts compassion and love for our neighbors as our primary goal, we will be able to lead a life that resonates beyond just ourselves. This may not always be the path that will beckon the spotlight or summon the most praise or recognition. However, we should not endeavor to live a life that seeks recognition. Rather, we should live a life that would be worthy of such recognition, a life worthy of being esteemed. Even Abraham Lincoln said if he had any ambition in life, it would be that of living a life worthy of the esteem of his fellow man. After this ceremony, we will have our diplomas in hand, and regardless of the specific decisions we make in our lives, I ask each and every one of you to take the love that we have been so blessed to receive, the love that has made this day possible, and go out into the world and use your diploma for more than a wall decoration. Use it to benefit others. Use it to ease the pain and suffering in the world. Use it as a tool to show that it is always better to give than to receive. and use it as a new light of hope in a world that truly does hunger more for love than for bread. I grant you, this is not a simple request. It may even sound daunting in the shadow of graduation when we are leaving the safe and nurturing surroundings of our Monmouth University home. The toughest aspect of graduation, or any culminating event in life, is the seeming finality of it. After today, the Monmouth University that we have come to know and love will be a memory. However, that does not mean that it will not be in our hearts for the rest of our lives. The people that we met, the lessons that we learned, and the memories that we made will be a perpetual well of strength we can draw on in the future to help us live a life that is worthy of recognition and, as Lincoln believed, esteem. So while this path on life's journey concludes, another begins. But because of the love bestowed on us from our family, friends, and members of the Monmouth University community, we do not have to travel it alone. As we step off this stage today, diploma in hand, remember to live a life that puts love of others before self-adulation, and to love your neighbor as you would love yourself. If you can do that, I will be proud to believe that you will have become the type of men and women that would be truly worthy of the recognition and esteem of all mankind in this or in any other lifetime. Thank you, and may God bless the class of 2014.
Thank you, Mr. DeLira. It's now my pleasure to recognize the 2014 outstanding student who's with us here on stage, who will assist in the hooding of our honorary degree recipient. This student, through her leadership as a peer counselor, a Special Olympics volunteer, a student athlete, and the captain of our track and field team, has been voted by her fellow students and by the faculty and administrators to have made significant contributions during her time at Monmouth University. Please join me in congratulating Tyler Young, the recipient of the 2014 Outstanding Student Award. One of the privileges of institutions of higher education is the authority to recognize individuals who, by the virtue of their achievements, position, or service, merit our public commendation. Monmouth University values this privilege and, in fact, is exercising it today in tribute to an outstanding public servant who has been a teacher, an arms control expert, a patent holder for a solar energy device, and to us in particular, a strong advocate for higher education. I would ask that Trustee Dr. Tavat Najarian now come forward with our honorary degree recipient.
President Brown, I have the distinct honor to present the Honorable Rush Holt for the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa. Rush Holt, during your 15 years in Congress, you have genuinely strived to change society for better. Our country and the state of New Jersey have benefited in so many ways from your tireless service, your unwavering leadership, and your enduring commitment. Importantly, over 8 terms in office, you became the chief congressional advocate for scientific research. You have consistently argued for greater dedicated resource funds to scientific research, and to that end, you secured a $22 billion stimulus bill. Also, you worked to ensure that grants of up to $16,000 were available for individual students who prepare to teach math, science, or foreign languages in order that coming generations may continue to be educated at a high standard. Only the second research physicist elected to Congress, you have worked to keep America on the cutting edge of innovation. Yet, you have also secured tens of millions of dollars for suicide prevention initiatives for members of the military, and you have advocated for the ending of hate crimes, particularly after September 11 attack. Your work in the areas of gender equity and women's rights is outstanding. Additionally, your environmental and conservation efforts are to be applauded. For being authentic, fair-minded, and forward-thinking, and for understanding that all of humanity benefits from access to quality education, for championing key social issues in order to help ensure a balanced and humane society, we are proud today to present you with this honorary degree and welcome you as an alumnus of Monmouth University.
Rush Holt, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the State of New Jersey, I am pleased to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. And I request that you would deliver the commencement address.
Eager degree recipients, exhausted faculty, spent parents, proud trustees, Chairman Skolthorpe, President Brown, Dr. Najarian, I am honored to be here with you today, and thank you. For the better part of 2 decades, as the representative of many of the people of Monmouth County and 5 other counties, I have gotten to know Monmouth University, the students, the faculty, the administration, and I have been very impressed. I was reminded today that I even knew little, in fact, Joe Delara 15 years ago, when he was indeed little Joe Delara. Now, I have announced a few months ago that I am not standing for another term as representative of the 12th Congressional District. And, as one little girl said, not knowing the exact meaning of the political term lame duck, said, "My daddy says you're a dead duck." Well, well, no, this is not an obituary, not a time for retrospective. As Mark Twain said, the rumors of my death are greatly exaggerated. But I do find that now that I'm not a candidate for re-election, people say the nicest things about me. And one even gets invited to give a commencement address without controversy. And so I am truly honored and delighted to be here with you. As a former teacher myself, I wanted to say to the degree recipients, you'll forget most of what we taught you. But as the differences between Kantianism and utilitarianism and the details of neoclassicism and romanticism, or iambic pentameter and trochaic tetrameter, or calculus or chemistry or differential equations recedes from your consciousness, I hope you will still be working to learn, to really take to heart the major lesson of the past 16 or so years. Long after you've forgotten how to find the derivative of a mathematical equation, that you'll still have the habits of mind, how to transform logically one idea into an equivalent but simpler form, for instance, or how to estimate a quantity based on incomplete information. But I really want to talk with you today about the kind of thinking I value most, what I call thinking like a scientist. You may or may not have majored in science or may not be working in a scientific field, yet after all these years, you know more about this than you may realize. So let's talk about what it means to think like a scientist and why that matters. Wouldn't it be great if, as you go through your life, you had a way to sift sense from nonsense? If you knew how to make the best decisions for your personal life, or for public policy, or for the economy? Well, it shouldn't surprise you to hear me say there is no foolproof method. But, to my mind, scientific thinking is the best approach, the most ingenious approach that humans have yet devised, and it is not reserved for scientists alone. Science isn't a collection of knowledge, it's a mindset. Science, the simplest definition I have come up with, and the best definition, I think, is science is a way of asking questions so that they can be answered empirically and verifiably. In other words, asking questions so that they can be answered with evidence, and so that other people can check your work. Scientists are not necessarily smarter or wiser than anyone else, but we, and I say we because in addition to being a teacher, I am by background a scientist, we have honed a number of useful practices of mind. In fact, any third grader can do it. Indeed, third graders are usually better at it than most of us adults. To think like a scientist is to follow the evidence, even when it leads in uncomfortable directions. Evidence is more important than your preconceptions. Evidence can overcome even the most respected authority. To think like a scientist is to believe that progress toward good solutions is possible. If you follow evidence-based thinking, you can move toward better and better answers. To think like a scientist is to employ statistical reasoning, to recognize the fallibility of experts, to remain alert to the mental tricks all humans play on ourselves. Thinking like a scientist is the best protection against fooling oneself. It is the antidote to self-deception and self-delusion. A decade ago, one of the major reasons for going to war in Iraq was to prevent the use of weapons of mass destruction, chemical, nuclear, biological weapons in the hands of Saddam Hussein, weapons we now know were not there. The intelligence agencies were not using evidence-based thinking. Their preconceptions of what they expected to find smothered the evidence of what was actually there. Another example, when law enforcers or individuals like us use profiling, that is, allowing superficial suspicions based on skin color or religious appearance to divert us from the real evidence of misdeeds, that is a failure to think like a scientist. And take our Earth. The planet seems so large, with us humans as mere specks on the surface. How unlikely it seems that humans could affect the movements of the winds or the composition of the ocean. The ocean, of course, was the metaphor for vastness, limitlessness. Yet, over 5 or 6 decades, the evidence has amassed in compelling ways so that only the most stubborn victims of self-deception could deny that we're making our acids more acid and are changing our very climate. Now, not all evidence is equivalent. To think like a scientist is to measure things that actually point to answers to the questions we really want answered, not just the things that are easiest to measure or commonly measured. This lesson is one that even practicing scientists get wrong sometimes. And the errors can be particularly insidious because you can so easily find yourself marking your miles of progress without realizing you're not on the right road. So let's consider a couple of examples of how thoughtful people have made profound mistakes in their pursuit of success. They've blundered by misinterpreting the evidence or looking for the wrong evidence entirely. You might say they passed Decision-Making 101, but didn't master Decision-Making 301. A story as personal as the blood running through your veins is the story of cholesterol. You may know you have two kinds of cholesterol in your system. One is called HDL, high-density lipoprotein. The other, LDL, low-density lipoprotein. We often call them good cholesterol and bad cholesterol. Now, the reason we know that there is such a thing as good and bad cholesterol is that decades of observation show that if you have too much bad cholesterol in your bloodstream, you're at a higher risk of heart attack, stroke, and death. So it stands to reason. If you want to reduce heart attacks, strokes, deaths, you ought to lower people's bad cholesterol. And that's what doctors and medical researchers did. They developed and administered drugs to reduce people's bad cholesterol and raise good cholesterol in millions of people. And sure enough, the drugs worked wonders. They lowered bad cholesterol dramatically and similarly raised the good kind. And as the doctors and researchers were patting themselves on the back, some others pointed out some troubling evidence mixed into the statistics. People on some of the drugs were dying at a greater rate. You see, the researchers confused the thing that was easy to measure, cholesterol levels, with a thing that actually mattered, people's health and lives. They assumed that an improvement in one must necessarily lead to an improvement in the other. They were wrong. Is it really hard to imagine that you might do the same thing? That you might gauge your progress based on easily measured mile markers rather than on what really matters? In the years to come, you'll have measurements that may seem to gauge your success in life, your salary, your job title, the praise of your boss. It's easy to count yourself successful because the mile markers are racing by. But you should step back and ask, are you really heading where you want to go? Are you asking the right questions and finding the right evidence relevant to those questions? Another example, for the first 30 or 40 years of modern computers, users would enter programs on punch cards, turn them into the operator, and sometime later receive the output of the computer program. The process sounds archaic now, but many of us did it. And the computers could perform the calculations thousands of times faster than any human being. So if you wanted to improve these wonderful machines, you would propose a machine that runs even faster. And indeed, that's what mainframe computer companies did, to great success. Year by year, they built bigger and bigger, faster and faster mainframes. Today's supercomputers can perform calculations in a second that in the 1970s would have taken a year. You've surely noticed, students, that when you needed computing, you submitted your punch cards to a Thinking Machines or digital equipment mainframe, and you got your cards back millions of times faster, didn't you? Well, no. Those companies are out of business, and only a few specialists use those mainframes. The companies got bigger and bigger, or the computers got bigger and bigger and faster and faster. What people needed, though, was more local personal computing, what became desktops and laptops and then smartphones. The questions those companies should have been asking is, How do we provide for the computing people really need? Now, I'm a plasma physicist by training before I went to Congress, but even if I developed practical fusion energy, or could explain the sunspots on the sun that I used to study, or even if I could pass every bill that I've ever introduced into Congress, I'd still feel empty without my wife Margaret by my side, who is here today, I'm pleased. What I'm saying is that even when you're measuring something, you may not be measuring the right something or the only right thing. One of the hardest lessons in life will be to balance the many right things you want. There are trade-offs. There's a tendency to take as proxies for success what people around you are saying, your boss, your colleague, or someone you admire, who says, "You're doing great." Well, other people can't really tell you. So how do you know? How do you know whether you're on the right road? How do you calibrate your moral compass? Well, that's where the non-scientific, perhaps the liberal arts part of your education comes in and can actually help. Hopefully, in between all the facts and figures and dates and equations, you've also learned values. You've learned to ask yourself, what do you think matters most? So I ask you now, before you go into the loud and busy and sometimes angry and demanding world, take a moment to pause and ask yourself, what are the questions you really want answered? Frame them as precisely as you can so you can see whether you are asking the right question. Then figure out what is the relevant evidence that points to answers. You don't have to be a scientist to think like a scientist. You should be looking for evidence that points to the answers, not evidence that points to what you think is the answer. You should be open to evidence that will surprise you and confound your expectations. In fact, especially evidence that will surprise you and confound your expectations. So what is the takeaway? Each day, ask yourself, did I ask a good question today? And am I basing my thinking on what the evidence says? Even the unexpected evidence, not what I expected to find. Thank you.
You don't have to be a scientist to think like a scientist. So yes, there are some commencement speakers out there that are controversial this year, and we did not have one. Thank you, Congressman Holt. Through the generosity of Life Trustee William Roberts, we have instituted an annual award to recognize excellence and inspiration in teaching at the secondary level. Graduating seniors this year were asked to nominate teachers who made an impact in their lives. Today we have 3 recipients of the Roberts Outstanding Secondary School Teacher Award for 2014. We have Dr. Steve Kane, who teaches algebra, pre-calculus, AP Calculus Mathematics at Bridgewater Raritan High School in Bridgewater, New Jersey. He was nominated by Alicia Henderson. We have Mr. Dave Martin, Hanover Park High School, currently Associate Director of Bands and Brass Specialist in East Hanover, New Jersey. He was nominated by Stephanie Silva. And we have Mr. Douglas Trumbull, who received his Master of Arts in Teaching and English certification from Monmouth University in May 2003, who teaches English at Toms River High School East in Toms River, New Jersey. Would the three of you please stand so that everyone can join me in congratulating you? As we recognize outstanding teaching, we also recognize academic achievement of our students. We are privileged to have with us today University trustee Judy Turcello, the class of 1996, the president of the Alumni Association and trustee of the university, who will present the Alumni Association Academic Achievement Award.
Thank you, President Brown. On behalf of an alumni family over 45,500 strong, with members in 50 states and 50 countries, I congratulate you upon your commencement. We are proud to call you alumni, and we warmly welcome you into the Alumni Association. As alumni, it is our purpose to strengthen Monmouth University, and I'm confident as you go forth in the world, you will share this mission. Each year, the Alumni Association presents the Academic Achievement Award to the baccalaureate degree candidate who has earned the highest grade point average during a 4-year academic career spent exclusively at Monmouth. This year's recipient is graduating summa cum laude with a double major in business management and international business and a grade point average of 3.99. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to present a plaque and a cash award of $2,500 to the winner of the 2014 Alumni Association Academic Achievement Award, to Caitlin Sue Backlars. Congratulations, Caitlin.
Thank you, Judy. Now, we come to the conferral of degrees, the primary reason which we gather here today. Degrees will be awarded individually to the students with candidates called to the platform by school. I first recognize Dr. Janet Mahoney, Dean of the Marjorie J. Underberg School of Nursing and Health Studies, to begin the conferral process.
Thank you. President Brown, on behalf of the faculty of Monmouth University, I present to you the candidates from the Marjorie K. Unterberg School of Nursing and Health Studies for the degree of Doctor of Nursing Practice. They have satisfied all requirements as prescribed by the faculty of Monmouth University.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of New Jersey, upon the recommendation of the faculty and the approval of the Board of Trustees of Monmouth University, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Nursing Practice, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Will the candidates please come forward and be recognized?
Jennifer Aviado Longer. Louise Juliette Bosmans. Selena Ann Gillis. Nicole Keegan. Lynn Hennessy Kohler. Ina A. Paternostro. Rosa Maria Ramos. Barbara Wyszesny.
I now recognize Dr. Lynn Romeo, the Dean of the School of Education.
President Brown, on behalf of the faculty of Monmouth University, I present to you the candidates from the School of Education for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Master of Education, Master of Arts in Teaching, and Master of Science in Education. They have satisfied all requirements as prescribed by the faculty at Monmouth University.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of New Jersey, and upon the recommendations of the faculty and the approval of the Board of Trustees of Monmouth University, I confer upon you the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Master of Arts in Teaching, Masters of Education, and Masters of Science in Education, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Will the candidates please come forward and be recognized?
Rachel R. Armstrong. Ross Benjamin Bernstein. Catherine Bryant. Jessica Conover. Colleen Elise Colson. Stephanie Cunha. Brielle Marie Duras. Christine Fiorelli. Alexis Fox. Lauren Eleanor Frankowski. Jacqueline Nicole Franzi. Ashley Elizabeth Garr. Thomas Joseph Graham IV. Alicia Lee Hendelson. Jenna Ann Hockley. Caitlin R. Jordan. Kevin John Kinsella. David Angelo Kunz. Terilyn T. Leahy. Audrey Marie Lintott. Stephanie E. Marino. Carolyn Nicole Marone. Connor McGrath. Alexandra Francis McMahon. Allison Nicole Meeker. Rachel Nicole Mazzeo. Timothy C. O'Shea, Jr. Nicole Marie Pelicane. Emily Ann Perricone. Carolyn Power. Daniel K. Rasmussen. Rachel Lee Roth. Lee Taylor Steinberg. Janelle Lynn Thames. Janet Maria Veneza. Jasmine Monet Walker. Brittany Kathleen Wallace. Catherine Elizabeth Wells. Carrie Ann Ziegler. Dana Zeisis. Stephanie Badum. Gina Ann Basso. Stephen Charles Fry. Brittany Nicole Fuentes. Beth Wendy Gilman. Amelia T. Glidden. Taylor Kennedy. Caitlin Rose Mastroflippo. Kimberly Margaret Mukalian. Erica Lynn Truen. The candidates for master's degree are Stephen D. Bazaz, Kerry Fong, Kelly Ann Kermick, Karen S. Perez, Kathleen Mora Ann Scott, Allison Smith, Rosalie Rivera, Vanessa Lynn Amatoro, Vanessa Isabella Campo, Blair Bethany Dayton, Jennifer Dolan, Ashley Paige Drazen, Jessica Goldberg, Jeffrey P. Graziano II, Mara A. Herling, Carly Helen Isabella, Patrick James Carl, Noelle Marie Kendall, Jacqueline Susan Nolmajor, Macy Marco, Chelsea Ellis Otten, Lauren Rice, Tanya Rollins, Jillian Ramba, Stephanie Rossiter, Laura Joy Scalise, Amy Marie Sellert, Brittany Slazik, Jamie Lee Steinbeiser, Crystal Marie Van Dyzen, Kimberly Ann White, Rochelle Lynn Woodruff,
I now recognize Dr. Michael Palandino, the Dean of the School of Science.
President Brown, on behalf of the faculty of Monmouth University, I present to you the candidates from the School of Science for the degrees of Bachelor of Science and Master of Science. They have satisfied all requirements as prescribed by the faculty of Monmouth University.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the State of New Jersey, and upon the recommendation of the faculty and the approval of the Board of Trustees of Monmouth University, I confer upon you the degrees of Bachelor of Science and Master of Science, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Will the candidates please come forward and be recognized?
Shehryar Ahmed. Giuseppe Aiello. David Aviles Sorengo. Ashley Rose Bamonte. Chelsea Rose Barreto. Kimberly Beliveau. Elizabeth M. Bennett. James Anthony Blessing. Michael Bronco. Eric Mark Bronstein. Samuel John Broadbent. Bradley M. Brown. Devin Marshall Buck. Alexandra Marie Carroll. Douglas Joseph Casey. Jonas J. Colmer. James Reed Cooper. Rachel Doreen DiStefano. Philip Patrick Donahue V. Stephanie M. Dos Santos. Lauren Eleanor Ennis. Genevieve Allegra Fasano. Patrick Walker Feddick. Alexandra Lynn Ferrara. Danielle Ferrigno. Burl Lee Fortney III. Kelsey Marie Gallagher. Stephanie Lynn Garcia. Tiffany Ann Gigante. Valeria Guzman. Garrett T. Haas. Eric Harmody. I love this. Kyle Hunt. Juliana Rose Jacobson. Elena Rose Jowitowicz. Lauren Amanda Johnson. Kaveri Kavita Kaushal. Francis Paul Kearns. Allison C. Keelan. Caitlin A. Kramer. Lauren Samantha Lechner. Candrea Jamul N. Ledesma. Rebecca A. Leet. Matthew Charles Marciano. Tiffany Carol Matera. Mark Robert Maurice. Omkaran Kamanin. Mitchell Mickley. Vanessa Valerie Milky. Alex Murphy Monsman. Anthony Frank Morello. Aban Nukunazad. Crystal Ann Orlando. Joseph Anthony Pagnotta. Okay. Deep Patel. Sadesh Patel. Shivan Patel. Kayla Helen Pereno. Aji Papanera. Shayna Jenny Popkin. Rebecca Mary Porskivis. Gary J. Prado II. Warda Khalid Qureshi. Lauren Randall. Crystal Jasmine Rivera. Julie Robinson. Malka Saba. Jonathan Yoni Salem. Kyle J. San Andres. Ashley N. Shyness. Heather Marie Siebert. Joshua Simanowitz. Samantha Noel Sylvan. Harpreet Sodi. Damian Stanziano. Kristen D. Stifler. Jake Daniel Vernon. Christopher James Wells. Kevin Weiland. Trevor G. Wood. Catherine Zemlichenko. Brian K. Zerfas. Brittany Lee Zito. The candidates for master's degree are Ibrahim Ahmed Almagadi. Saeed Falal Ashrani. Mohammed Saud Ashrani. Fahad Sahid Ashrani. Swetha Bogaram. Rajni Chitta. Anamika Dashur. Divya Gadam. Daniel Albert Hooley. Faye Hu. Vanat Reddy Cuccinella. Minal Nakmi Laktamashan. Maureen Marie Langvanen. Alla Love.
I now recognize Dr. Robin Mama, Dean of the School of Social Work.
President Brown, on behalf of the faculty of Monmouth University, I present to you the candidates from the School of Social Work for the degrees of Bachelor of Social Work and Master of Social Work. They have satisfied all requirements as prescribed by the faculty of Monmouth University.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of New Jersey and upon the recommendations of the faculty and the approval of the Board of Trustees of Monmouth University, I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Social Work and Master of Social Work with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Will the candidates please come forward and be recognized?
Janine Lynn Averbach. Kyle M. Bonner. Kimberly Jane Butler. Sarah Marie Clementi. Sarah Conley. Caitlin Taylor Critchley. Nicole Adriana DeFonso. Alexandra L. Demarest. Alexandra Jean Dorico. Catherine Murphy Dranoff. Lydia K. Aselfi. Kelsey Ann Fellhaber. Meredith Fleece. Mary Elizabeth Folco. Michael T. Gato. Gabrielle Marie Galante. Rachel Marie Garducci. Lindsay Ella Gates. Rachel Sophie Gerstein. Lauren Elizabeth Graceffo. Sarah Granado. Diane Rehana Jagu. Sophia Anna Karaman. Amanda Krasinski. Tess Oriana LaFerra. Brittany Jean Lauro. Alexandra Lynn Martini. Daniela Masucci. Jacob Benjamin Masvidal. Amanda Elizabeth Mayberry. Elizabeth Mary Medino. Patrick Miller. Michelle Marlene Newman. Michelle Teresa Neskis. Maria F. Ocampo. Lauren Maria O'Donnell. Jessica Piteous. Kelly Rose Printon. Milsey M. Renesso. Lauren P. Rolling. Carmine Justin Rucco. Carissa Villaroya Sanchez. Megan Ann Schaefer. Melissa Ann Scheringer. Claudia K. Shabat. Megan Jane Taramino. Kelly Ann Tiffany. Savannah Ray Werner. Carlissa Renee Wise. The candidates for master's degree are James George Alfano, Jr. Elise Suzanne Archambault. Sarah Marie Bishop. Joy Love Bonici. Gina Marie Boscano. Emma McGuire Bossard. Allison M. Burks. Jennifer Elizabeth Canning. Danielle Brittany Cardoso. Kelly Ann Carter. Amanda Marie Caruso. Jenna M. Casaletto. Samantha Josephine Shagrin. Noelle Marie Sierra. Jessica L. Citro. April N. Cook. Ryan Joshua Cooperhouse. Jessica Ann DePrima. Heather Marie DeSimone. Ingrid U. Diaz Ballart. Caitlin Mackenzie Donahue. Morgan Nicole Dunnels. Kyle Brianne Dyer. Allison M. Fedorka. Stephanie Gallucci. Alexandra A. Gleason. Christopher S. Gollop. Christine Ann Horn. Constance Hyland. Megan Bridget Hyland. Kristen Nicole Engineer. Mary A. Jackie. Comfort Kanko Akep. Erin Breen Kelly. Jessica Celia Kitis. Ruth Allison Kleiner. Georgiana J. Lassiter. Allison Lydia Luckhart. Kristen Rose Magala. Lauren Noel Masucci. Elizabeth Manzo. Janine C. Marcione. Stephanie R. Matos. Susan Teresa Mazio. Cameron Andrew Mazio. Megan Catherine McDowell. Erin Michelle McGill. Catherine Moquette Klein. Edwin M. Moba. Kathleen Louise Murray. Deirdre Myers. Catherine A. Nardone. Christina M. Odoms. Kelly R. O'Grady. Diane D. Owens. Marie Ashley Paris. Megan Nicole Pitat. Yvonne Pine Bailey. Stephanie Angela Salamone. Jamie Ferlazzo. Ekta S. Shah. Elizabeth Sidlow. Emerson Dutra Silva. Stephanie L. Souza. Chanel S. Suwardna. Taylor Stevens. Rosetta Stevens. Ian Sterling. Melissa Ann Sargriato. Marissa Totoli. Lauren F. Tenenbaum. Amanda Cortez Tolentino. Sarah Lynn Tuzanu. Caitlin Elizabeth Vahey. Elizabeth Diane Walter. Ula G. Yondel. Christy Ann Zellick.
Okay, the School of Social Work faculty definitely win the prize. I again recognize Dr. Janet Mahoney, Dean of the Marjorie J. Unterberg School of Nursing and Health Studies.
President Brown, on behalf of the faculty of Monmouth University, I present to you the candidates from the Marjorie K. Unterberg School of Nursing and Health Studies for the degrees of Bachelor's of Science, Bachelor's of Science in Nursing, and Master's of Science in Nursing. They have satisfied all requirements as prescribed by the faculty of Monmouth University.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of New Jersey, upon the recommendation of the faculty and the approval of the Board of Trustees of Monmouth University, I confer upon the degrees of Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Master of Science in Nursing, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Will the candidates please come forward and be recognized?
Kinza J. Awan. Nicole Batista. Jillian Marie Bender. Nicole Anastasia Bilica. Joseph Christopher Boutel. Allison Elizabeth Clark. Samantha Kristen Cosacenti. Kelly Loretta Kersey. Nicholas Carmen D'Addario. Gregory Keith Depew. Jessica Marie Delavarigio. Alexandra Ann Di Benedetto. Christina Nicole Dock. Danielle Nicole Dormius. Evelyn Lorena Echeverry. Jamie Christine Egbert. Kelsey May Ehalt. Rebecca Page English. Jesse Eckert. James Falcone. Carolyn Marie Farella. Lisanji Fernandez. Ashley E. Farrell. Hope Jellen Fisher. Patricia Lee Fontaine. Natalie Fermanick. Kaylee Victoria Gibbons. Jennifer Goldberg. Nicholas M. Gonzalez. Nicole F. Gravish. Colleen Marie Healy. Mackenzie Hogan. John T. Indrinkovic. Daniel Robert Kanzajan. Kara Lynn Lally. Nicole Lauren Ladati. Sapir Levy. Molly Marr. Hey. Sophia Marie Mandia. Alyssa M. Martins. Matthew Michael Masucci. Nicholas John Mazzo. Peter J. Nagy. Michelle Rose Mills. Ashley Nardone. Brian Michael Nicholas. Emily Ann Ocean. Naomi Ovadia. Maria Pontus. Lachelle Marie Wallace. Ava Pignatello. Melody Pardoon. Jennifer Quirk. Stephanie A. Rodriguez. Danielle Ashley Romano. Marissa J. Rosell. Aaron Rubinson. Caitlin G. Schumacher. Madeline Elizabeth Sorace. Julia Shiplin. Stephanie Lynn Silva. Brianne Smoodin. Alyssa Nicole Stevenson. Lisa Sabeski. Tara Nicole Tamburo. Courtney Lynn Tamayer. Gabriella Rosa Tornator. Brianna Christine Wellesley. Jonathan Michael Wilkes. Catalina Lopez. Tina Magid. No. And the candidates for master's degree are Shadadi B. Agog. Nope. Cheryl Joan Tejeda Asuncion. Nirmala Ratnan Bhaskar. Samuel Berger. Violet S. Berknoff. Marissa Kim Borelli. Sandra Boschko. Ricky C. Kahili. Rubeline Kama Kahili. Cristeta Benter Castaneda. Rafaela Servone. Hufeng Cheng. Joyce Lynn Klein Blasi. Kathleen M. Cowles. Lisa Marie D. Gorzitas. Kathleen Ann Delano. Jessica Dotto. Jeffrey Scott Downing. Solmet Aaron Ezekiel. Cheryl Goodlow. Laura Marie Hagenmiller. Michelle Hansen. Sophia A. Jacob. Barbara Ellen Caston. Elizabeth Ann Kelly. Tissy Eben Lucas. Laura Ali Lux. Mark A. Matson. Melissa Ann Maxt. Joseph J.B. Motto. Helen D. Alares. Joan D. Archangelis Palermo. Kathleen Langton Palmer. Mary H. Patel. Tina T. Parumpiel. Rosalie Phillip. Gabriel Pleaver. Lauren Elizabeth Russo. Lisa Marie Ryan. Deborah Saunders. Caitlin Marie Schneider. Marianne Solari. Nalim Rotella Sode. Catherine Ann Stevenson. Tressie Mathai Thomas. Thelma Veloso Lee. Lourdes Calago Varaga. Courtney Lee Wood. Lauren Brooke Zanobi.
I now recognize Dr. Don Molliver, the Dean of the Leon Hess Business School.
President Brown, on behalf of the faculty of Monmouth University, I present to you the candidates from the Leon Hess Business School for the degrees of Bachelor of Science and Masters of Business Administration. They have satisfied all the requirements prescribed by the faculty of Monmouth University.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of New Jersey, and upon the recommendation of the faculty and the approval of the Board of Trustees of Monmouth University, I confer upon you the degrees of Bachelor of Science and Masters of Business Administration with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto, Will the candidates please come forward and be recognized?
Elizabeth Rose Abendondolo. Megan Ableton. Nicole Adamusic. Dante Stephen Alario. Joseph L. Altadonna. Christina Dionysius Anzelatus. Allie Michelle Askanas. Emily Johanna Baisley. John Bartlett. Thomas James Boyd Jr. Richard Thomas Brady. Anthony Branco. Joseph Robert Brandel. Frank Ellery Brooks Jr. Vincent Francesco Bruno. Joseph Bruno. Christopher Bruno. Eric Anthony Burke. Carolina Campbell. Mason Whitman Campbell. Lauren Alyssa Kane. Leanne Caparici. Amanda Caruso. Amanda Ray Caruso. Giovanni James Casal. Christopher Casano. Caitlin Brianne Cassidy. Jesse Chapnick. Kelly Ann Cherry. Kristen Chevrier. Zachary Patrick Crawford. Cara Crucelli. Michelle E. Cusack. Marissa Nicole Cusinelli. Kelly Maureen Dalton. Dakota G. Dalzell. Daniel T. D'Amato. Mary Elizabeth Dates. Alexander John Daudier. Samantha Danielle DeMarco. Brian Daniel Dio. Luigi DeMeo. Zachary Ian Diamond. Allison Quinn Dougherty. Brian Duarte. Katie Lee Ellershaw. Michael Fideli. Stephen Raymond Frank. Micah Jared Friedman. Kelsey Lee Frost. Andrew T. Galanakis. Andrew Galicki. Nicholas Eugene Gencarali. Joseph Gannam. Ryan Jeffrey Gilbert. James Michael Gilburn. Brianne Helene Giordano. Jack D. Giorlando. Gabrielle Olivia Gold. Jeffrey Paul Green. Carlos David Guevara. Camila Gomeres. Adam Christopher Hayes. Michael John Hancock. Nikki Harrigan. Kristen Ashley Hars. Jacqueline Marie Hassenfuss. Brittany Marie Havens. Jamie Teresa Haynes. Richard William Hemberger. Stephen M. Hoffman. Elizabeth Honold. Jason Parker Horowitz. Michael Hunchak. Tyler James Hunt. Courtney Marie Iverson. Alexander Johannesson. Reese Donald Johnston. Dylan Richard Jones. Joseph M. Kay. Christopher Robert Keith. Cody James Kidd. Genevieve Kobus. Mary Kerner. Amanda Kelly Kral Simon. Austin Mitchell Kugler. Matthew R. DeLuca. Oliver Reese Langell. Andrew Lanza. Michelle M. Lettieri. Michael Luciano Lubasher. Lixania Lucas. Richard C. Luongo Jr. Eduardo Mayuglo. Christian James Mannion. Gabriel Dave Manzo. Amber Lynn Marfit. Luis Marinos. Jonathan Albert Marks. Kathleen Marie McCluskey. Demi Massaro. Erica McCann. Rachel Lynn McGivney. Alana Rose McGlynn. Jessica Lynn McKenna. George Patrick McWilliams. Michael Mema. Melross Cruz Meneses. Almadin Messick. Elise Marie Machula. Andrew Wayne Michelici. Jared Lee Minsky. Christopher A. Manello. Matthew Charles Morshell. Justin Morick. Jonathan James Murray. Nicholas Vincent Nemeko. Joseph Alfredo Nardini. Brian P. Nardone. Matthew Ryan Nebbia. Michael M. Nobles. Patrick Dolan O'Hara. Renee Lynn Oliniak. Emma Judith Oliveras. Christine E. Olivo. Angela J. Papa. Kimberly Pereira. Andrew Scott Pizarris. Caitlin Colleen Flans. Sarah Petrowitz. Salvador Pisani. Jacqueline Elizabeth Podesta. Rocco L. Potts, Jr. Dario Pellegrino Presepi. Joseph M. Principe, Jr. David Quinones. Maria Nicole Rafferty. Jessica Ramirez. Giovanna Rondazzo. Greg Ari Ratner. Kirsten Nicole Ritchie. Alyssa Lynn Ritterick. Frank T. Riley, Jr. Catherine Rodriguez. Stephen T. Rogers. Blair Samuel Ringwald. Lindsay Marie Rink. Max Gordon Ramba. Kristen Lauren Rosamilia. Francisca Alejandra Rosas. Jason Adam Rothstein. Kevin Ryan. Tori Ann Reimer. Jonathan M. Sadarowski. Matthew Sampson. Jacqueline Marie Scardino. Kyle Shepica. Christian Schmidt. Sarah A. Schnitzner. Anthony M. Senna. Shira Schecht. Connor Brian Skelly. Alexander Slade. Robert Joseph Solanzo. Lauren Soma. Emily Elizabeth Spezia. Jenny R. St. Jean. Marissa Ann Tartaglio. Andre Toracuso. Vincent Thomas Vento. Tyler Anthony Verga. Robert John Voorhees. Christopher Vanny. Louis R. Uribe. Danielle Veneziano. Victoria Ashley Wagner. Benjamin Mark Wallace. Caitlin Mary Walsh. Ronald Paul Walton. Robert G. Wazak. Travis James Whitney. Laura Andrea Williams. Jessica Lynn Woolley. Emily Ann Zanuski. Caitlin Sue Backlars. Tyla Cherie Young. The candidates for master's degree are Bandar Nashir Ashilan. Abdul Asha Alamari. Parul Amin. Stephen Mark Bloom. Robert C. Calloway. Kenneth A. Cassidy. William P. DeLeo. Nathan Aka Ernst. Emily Nicole Fury. Nicole Gross. Anil K. Gupta. Rabab Fatima Haider. Ashlyn Holliday. Christine C. Coy. Suzanne Ann Licata. James Michael Lindquist. Maria Mazzone. Nicole Lynn McQueen. Christopher Joseph Netta. Nancy Rose Schechter. Jonathan David Shippey. Courtney A. Verblau. Christopher C. Walker.
I now recognize Dr. Stanton Green, the Dean of the Wayne D. McMurray School of Humanities and Social Science.
President Brown, I am honored to present on behalf of the faculty of Monmouth University the candidates from the Wayne D. McMurray School of Humanities and Social Sciences for the degrees of Associate of Arts, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Science, Master of Arts, and Master of Science. They have satisfied all requirements as prescribed by the faculty of Monmouth University.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the State of New Jersey and upon the recommendation of the faculty and the approval of the Board of Trustees of Monmouth University, I confer upon you the degrees of Associate of Arts, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Master of Arts, and Master of Science, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Will the candidates please come forward to be recognized?
Erica Lynn Lanfranchi. Matthew Scala. Brianna Lori Assetti. Brittany Ray Acquier. Waleed Ahmadi. Anissa Kaus Ali. Rachel Catherine Aliada. James Keith Allen. Ashley Alvarado. Christine Amascado. Elizabeth Carolyn Anderson. Carolyn Anzaruth. Alexandra Maria Apollonia. Courtney Aaron Asraf. Ann S. Babouf. John Edward Banks. Joanna Bark. Mariana Bassi. Francesca Ann Beljavine. Andrew Norman Bell. Robert Jason Bell Jr. John Burbillis. Christina Marie Berger. Andrew Lawrence Byrne. Joseph Patar Baselinoff. Adam Zachary Black. John Blair Jr. Liana Brittany Bluser. Brian Bowler. Raymond Daniel Bogan Jr. Brittany Marie Bogdan. Emily Vashti Booker. Robert William Boddy. Joseph Daniel Boyle. Danielle M. Bronco. Teverin Brandon. Amanda Brancic. Kelly L. Brockett. Kyle Edward Brown. William Luke Brusella. Matthew Bryant. Drill William Buffalino. Melissa Giovanna Seto. Alyssa Marie Caparasso. James E. Carney. William John Kerrigan. Stephen Paul Casamento. Matthew Gerard Casello. Edney Derrick. Leonardo Casario Jr. Anna Chamberlain. Daniela L. Schiavano. Nicole Lindsay Chazar. Angela Joy Sorolla. Allison Lynn Clark. Alexander Cacaro. Stephanie M. Codling. Lauren Melissa Cofield. Scott Lawrence Connor. Megan D. Conrad. Taylor E. Kopp. Nina Marie A. Costa. Matthew K. Craig. Kelly Jane Craig. Catherine V. Crespo. Brian Paul Cuccinata. Jessica Gerani Corbello. Kelsey Nicole Curie. Brandon Joseph DeCruz. Gabrielle A. DeCunto. Lexus K. Davenport. Jessica Lynn Digert. Danielle Del Pizzo. Vincenza Del Console. Christopher H. Demarest. Monique Alina Demers. Kristen M. DePalo. Juliana Eleanor DePaza. Shannon Lynn Deptula. Alicia M. DeSanto. Madeline Diaz. Lindsay DiGiuseppe. Lena Francis Demento. Nicholas C. Dolphin. Jessica Lynn Dooley. Matthew J. Doskazinski. Matthew D. Doyle. Tyler Earl Driscoll. Jennifer Reed Dwiggins. Christopher William Arola. Adriana Marie Asil. Cynthia Esteem. Laura Ashley Excorn. Kyle Patrick Evans. Jordan Renee Finelli. Joseph John Fataruso Jr. Marissa Felicetti. Marissa Fenicol. Killian Ferdine. Brielle Ferranti. Cassandra J. Figueroa. April Christine Figueroa. Blake William Furlan. Caitlin Deanna Fitzpatrick. Amanda Friedman. Sinead M. Friel. Nicole Marie Gagliardi. Louis Ralph Garbarini. Laura M. Garcia. Marilyn M. Garcia. Gregory Anthony Gasky. Patrick D. Gillum. Kayla Luna Gittleman. David Joseph Goldenthal. Andrea Christina Gonzalez. Rafael Angel Gonzalez II. Rebecca Rose Groom. Amanda Catherine Gruber. Andrew Grooveman. Rebecca Rose Guarino. Sarah Goulbin. Daniel C. Gunderman II. Gabrielle Nicole Gunter. Amy D. Gutzler. Mark Richard Hahn. Dylan Connor Hankinson. Brian Ernest Herring. Caitlin Donnelly Hardy. Samantha Morgan Hartofelis. Jasmine Vaughn Howe. Tiara Henry. Kristen Herring. Michael Connor Heyer. Trevor Jack Higginson. Kiana Hill. Amelia Sarah Jane Hoke. Lindsay Horn. Christy Ann Hunt. Joseph P. Innes. Amanda Kathleen Housen. Shane Thomas Huth. Megan Melissa Hughes. Michael D. Jett. Megan Hemingway Jones. Robert J. Giuliano. Jason Bernard Kane. Taylor Marie Kelly. Rachel Kenny. Patricia Ann Casanas. Jessica Catherine Ketchel. Katrina Marie Corner. Kevin William Konopaka. Alexia Conco. Jacqueline Jennifer Cafati. Christopher Albert Lambesi. Caitlin Elizabeth Larkin. Catherine Marie Latina. Katrina Ann LeBron. Justin Ryan Lenart. Brianne Latine. Nicole Marie Lentini. Christopher D. Logic. Erica Lynn Lorenzini. Richard Christopher Loring. Michael Anthony Lucia. Jill Kimberly McConnell. Robert J. Magella. Tara Kristen Mallender. Sean P. Malone. Megan Cecilia Manny. Samuel Marin. Michael A. Marquise. Kristen Marsh. Melanie Annette Martinez. Nicole Kelly Massabrook. Jessica Mastrogiovanni. Lauren Nicole Mastroda. Teresa Matthews. Christopher Matheson. Devin Tyler Mailer. Dylan Scott Maynard. Samuel L. Maynard. Alexa Mazurkowitz. Casey Ann McCabe. Stephanie Ann McNerlin. Alexandra Danielle Meehan. Amanda Marie Messenger. Madeline A. Messina. Samantha T. Messina. James F. Migliaccio. Michael Anthony Migliero. Laura Alexandra Miglior. Lucia Montefusco. Brendan Barry Moore. Caitlin Susanna Moore. James Joseph Moorcraft. Andrew R. Mosier. Ryan James Murphy. Robert W. Murphy. Catherine Rosa Musa. Stephanie Ellen Naistut. Philip Ross Knappen. Sophia Maria Nappi. Louis A. Nespoli. Brian Thomas Newman. Caitlin O'Connor. Brittany Ann O'Connor. Patrick Thomas O'Neill. Christopher Michael Orlando. Lauren Nicole Osborne. Veronica Anna Ozug. Ashley Nicole Pacifico. Adrian T. Palea. Neha Panda. Courtney Michelle Parent. Demelin Perante. Michael Angelo Parisi. Amanda Lauren Pasterchick. Paige Pecora. Jillian Petillier. Megan De Silva Pereira. Lauren Claire Farrow. Balin Panungsing. Lee Nicole Perilli. Nicholas Panisi. Catherine Ann Pope. Marissa Poplowski. Kara Marie Post. Samantha Jean Prawn. Andrew Punk. Peter J. Quinton. Daniela Rakowitz. Hera J. Rang. Belinda Marie Rao. Charles Brendan Riley. Alexa Marie Rico. Tiana Marie Rigi. Jessica Lirin Rinaldi. Catherine A. Reardon. Sarah Elizabeth Rapoli. William Roach. Jessica Elizabeth Roberts. Robert Eugene Robinson. Kevin P. Romano. Eva Cecile Rosamilia. Michael Andrew Rosas. Michelle Alexis Rosenhaus. Cassandra Eve Rosner. Nicholas L. Rossi. Tanya Marie Rossi. Nicole Mary Russo. Lucy Carmela Russo. Patrick John Ryan. Melissa Safinsky. Lauren Teresa Selinsky. Samantha Lynn Sarno. Jessica Marie Syad. Emily J. Scarano. William Charles Scarano. Daniel Joseph Schaefer. Zachary Ryan Scherl. Thomas Schiermeyer. Stephanie Elizabeth Schwingen. Mallory Rose Sirocco. Daniela Scoto Di Rosano. Emmanuel Agaman Sanya. Rose Ray Shapiro. Christy Silver. Erin Elizabeth Smith. Renette Marie Smith. Emily Grace Smith. Nicholas Andrew Somans. Eric John Spillane. Monica Rose Stiridi. Harrison James Strevens. Kirsten Ashley Tagnoski. Stephanie Marie Thompson. Carly Annette Tolentino. Caitlin Ray Tompkins. Kiara Kathleen Toscano. Nicholas T. Trapp. Jessica Ann Trusillo. Shannon Marie Trulby. Jenna Dawn Schutte. Morrow Thomas Tucci. Kyle Swinton Tucker. Kara Elizabeth Tursich. Jeremy Michael Uccello. Michael L. Uday Kumar. Jessica M. Ershbrook. Megan Francine Van Tyne. Krista Lee Vasquez. Brooke Morgan Vertiglione. Erica Ashley Walsh. Angelique Pilar Vigo. Meredith Novak Wagner. Emily Jean Walsh. Tia A. Walt. Casey James Warrenfeltz. Kirsten Lee Webb. Michael Wick. Catherine Cecilia White. Paul Michael Williams. Shannon Elizabeth Wilson. Teresa Marie Whittick. Lauren Marie Wurr. Sarah A. Young. Christina Zalat. Natella Zaslavsky. Chelsea Marie Zbesco. Allison Marie Abate. Mary Beth Bonanno. Kelly Nicole Bresnovitz. Gabriella Colon. Brianne Colleen Doherty. Kelly Lynn Easton. Tara Marie Esposito. Shannon Rita Fitzgerald. Olivia Marie Greco. Nicole Louise Hadar. Aubrey Nadine Loglisi. Alyssa Ann Stantaparde. Joseph Seminario. Michael Seminario. Amanda Marina Stojanov. Ashley M. Stroin. Matthew Tobia. Laura Jane Tofolo. Susan Grace Witkowski. Hey. Thomas Joseph Thomas Delara. The candidates for master's degree are Khalid Saeed M. Ayami, Carrie Eileen Bogert, Shane Patrick Carl, Corinne Elizabeth Cavallo, Amanda Lynn Connolly, Caitlin Elizabeth Coyle, Nicole P. Demore, Ashley Denise DeBrino, Caitlin A. Delaney, Thomas Anthony DeVitas II, Marie L. Dosus, Eric Farwell, Samantha Ann Glassford, Catherine Alexandra Henderson, Misty Michelle Mattias, Michael Sayre Maiden Jr., Lauren Kelly Oliver, Cecilia Melina Roche, Alexis Trujillo Graham, Lisa J. Scott Brennan, Joanne Rebecca Sell, Veronica Lewin Stawinski, Aisha Beebe, Justin G. Blake, Melissa Lynn Bogie, Victoria Calarco, Lindsay R. Carlson, Kristen Alexander Castano, Carmela Ashley Christensen, Alicia J. DiLorenzo, Jacqueline DeGorder, Emily Elizabeth Elias, Kelly Ann Gaffney, Rosemary Genovese, Kevin Michael Gahuli, Patricia Ann Guarino, Ashley Harnish, Meredith Chelsea Hauk, Lindsay Renee Cardahay, Teresa Marinello, Shauna Michelle Ori, Susanna Marie Pastana Schwark, Amelia C. Peverada, Isra Sheikh, Gabrielle Stanziano, Jennifer Tardona, Danielle Marie Thompson, Lisa Thorpe, Jennifer L. Tremarchi,
Ladies and gentlemen, proud families, proud faculty, behold the graduates of the class of 2014. Please stand and receive our applause. Please be seated as we conclude. Congratulations to class of 2014. It has been a tremendous honor to spend my first year with you. You will be very special to me. All the graduates and their guests are invited to return to campus for picture taking in the Erlanger Gardens and Wilson Hall. We'll be there through 6 this evening. I would ask that we would now stand and join in the singing of the alma mater. The words are in your program and will be led by the Monmouth University Chamber Singers. Please remain standing in your place as Reverend Brown offers the benediction and the platform party and faculty process out.
Again, let us look to the Lord in prayer. For, O Lord and God, as these men and women depart this day as alumni, guard them, protect them, I pray. Also in humility, I petition that you would grant unto them employment, but not just for a financial gain, although there is that, but also that they may joyfully live out the purposes for which they have been created. So may this next generation of leaders continue to be critical thinkers as well as being compassionate in word and in deed. To this end, let us hold fast to what is good and to love one another with mutual affection. May we each and all rejoice in hope, be patient in suffering, and live in harmony with one another. May we not repay anyone evil for evil, but take thought for what is noble in the sight of all. And so, as far as it depends upon us, may we live peaceably with all people. God bless us all. God bless Monmouth University, and God bless these graduates. Amen.
Thank you.